and we're going to live here happily in America. Our founding fathers crossed the seas and built the New World colonies, but King George wouldn't set them free, so they fought a revolution, the American
Hi.
Revolution.
My name's Diane, and you're currently watching Just Kidding Around. We want to thank you so much for joining us. Each week, we introduce our home viewers to different crafts and hobbies that can be done by people of many different ages. We like to encourage families in our community to spend a lot of quality time together. This is show number 243. We've been on the air almost 9 years now. So, before we get started, please feel free to tape this. You can set your VCR, get your supplies, and then rewatch the show at a later date for step-by-step instructions. And I will tell you that you are going to need some unusual supplies for this, I think. This is the first time we've ever done a show on stained glass, and I'm really excited about doing this. In fact, it surprises me that we haven't done a show on this before. I'm inviting Bob Roberts. Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Is this your first time on television?
Very first time.
Okay, how do you feel about doing this?
Excited and nervous.
Okay, you won't be nervous once we get started, because this is like a passion for Bob, isn't it?
Yeah, since I retired, this pretty well takes up most of my time. Do a little volunteering, but this pretty well takes up most of my time.
It is incredible, the beautiful things that you do. Now, all these things on the table you made.
Correct.
And we opened on this one.
Right.
And that was the 3 candles. Did you make that for the holidays?
Made that for the holidays. This has been dipped in nickel.
Okay.
And
I wonder if the cameras could get a close-up of this centerpiece. And that was dipped in nickel, and so that's why it's a little shinier than the rest?
That's why it's a lot shinier than, say, this
Okay.
2-candle one. This has not been dipped.
Okay.
This angel's been dipped. These 2 have been dipped, and these have not.
All right. So I can certainly see the difference from here. Oh, there. Thank you for the close-up. Thank you. It's just beautiful. Very beautiful. And is this as hard as it looks?
Well, not really. It's not really that hard. It's just, it takes a lot of time. You cannot be, you can't get in a hurry and do it. Otherwise, you're going to cut yourself, or you're going to mess something up. You're going to break a piece of glass. So this is a hobby that you've got to take your time doing.
Okay. Well, you're a very meticulous person yourself. Very neat and tidy, meticulous.
Yes.
So this isn't for a compulsive person like myself, huh?
Well, you got to know where everything is. Otherwise, you're going to get burnt. You're going to get cut. So you have to know where everything is and what you're doing.
So move slow and be organized.
Yeah. And it's not that hard. It's just, you've got to take your time.
Okay. And are we actually going to make a piece here today?
We're going to make a 2-candle.
Oh, cool.
And to save time, I've cut out some of them. And you can see I've cut this one out. And and we're going to make a 2-candle one which has 8 leaves and 9 berries.
Okay, can we back up so that our home viewers can know you don't just draw these images yourself,
No,
do
this
you?
comes in a pattern, and I don't know what we can see this pattern. This comes in a pattern.
And where would I get this pattern?
You could get this pattern at a stained glass store.
They have special stained glass stores, or they usually
throughout. There's some in Lacey and there's some in Tacoma.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
you can buy these.
So they
they're not
charge
very
you.
much. They'll charge you. This was a.
Okay, can we hold it up for the cameras,
This is, I think,
please?
about $1.95.
Okay, so you start. Step 1 is get a pattern.
Yeah, get a pattern, or you can make your own pattern up.
Okay.
And which is, if you're really creative, which I am not, I can do this, but I can't draw patterns. So I buy patterns, and what we do, you can get some stained glass.
Okay.
And
how do you buy this? Do you buy this by the chunk, by the yard, by the weight?
You can buy this is usually in square feet.
Square feet.
1 square foot would be like so. And usually this one's, say this piece of glass here, in a square foot would probably cost about $10 or so.
All right, and I don't know if the cameras can see this, but this one's it's more opaque than the others.
Yeah, this is a wispy red.
Okay, so there's different kinds of
reds?
There's
different kinds. There's hundreds of different kinds.
Wow,
yeah.
Of just reds?
Reds, any color you want, you can get.
Well, I noticed the angel over here on our right has this wispy red in it, but then the candles over here, it's a little more translucent.
Right, you can buy anything you want. You go there and pick out what you want. Use your imagination and pick out what you want.
And does the light go through it? I can't tell which camera's on. The lights aren't on our cameras today. There it is. So you can see my hand through that.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's Bruce Tenney's camera. Oh, good.
And some of them are.
If I move my hand, you
right.
can see the wispiness in there. So that gives a different effect as the sun goes through.
As the sun goes through it, you get different effects. And you can get glass that you don't see through. You can get thicker glass. You can,
Okay.
But I like to use glass that sun goes through.
If you don't see, if you can't see through it all, does the light penetrate then?
A little bit.
But not much.
Yeah, it
Kind
depends
of
on what you're
bounces off.
making, what your imagination goes with. Whatever you want to do, you can do.
Okay, so step one.
Step
get your
one is
pattern.
that's a pattern. We're going to get some glass.
Okay, and how do you go about cutting
So
this?
what we'll do,
Okay.
we'll take. Again, to save time, I've already cut one of these out.
It would have been fun to see how you did that.
Well, we
though.
will.
Oh,
I have another
good.
one here. I've cut this
Okay.
one out, and I've ground it. And what you do by grinding it, and I don't have that here, but you're taking the edge off of the glass. So when you put the lead around the glass, you're not going to cut yourself.
Okay.
Because as you see, when we cut this, you'll have very sharp edges on this piece here.
Okay, but we're not going to be grinding it today then?
No.
Okay.
But we'll be very careful. So what we're going to
Okay.
do, we're going to put this on the second candle. I'm going to let you draw around it. We'll use this pin
Okay.
and just draw around it. Just follow the pattern right there.
Okay, so I just want to refresh for our viewers who are probably taping this, but they have to be sure they have a pattern of some sort. Could it be a coloring book or
Anything you want, or you
Anything.
can make your own.
or make your own? I noticed
Sure.
this was done on drafting paper.
Yeah, you can do
Oh,
that.
that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put the glass just right on top, and then I'm going to draw it.
Right.
Okay,
Just trace
sounds
right around
easy.
it. Just trace right around it.
What type of pin is this?
This pen, this particular pen there is paint. I have other pens that have just black ink, but since I'm not going to use black on red because we won't be able to see it, so we're going to
Okay.
use the white.
Now, how can our home viewers save money on this? They could draw their own pattern. You pretty much, do you have to use a special glass? You
You
can't
have to
just
use stained
use an
glass.
old window pane or something like that.
No, you're going to have to get it. This is not a cheap hobby. This is not a very cheap hobby. The materials you see costs quite a bit. The machinery you see, the equipment you see, can be expensive.
But boy, look at the beautiful gifts. And these
Yeah.
are heirlooms that people
And it's
will
fun.
have.
I have fun giving them away.
Oh, well, I'd like to point out that this around my neck, Bob gave me as a tree ornament. But I don't have a Christmas tree at home, so I put it around my neck and wore it to work. So, now my hand, I'm not drawing real
Just
straight.
draw right along the line.
Well,
You don't have to
I'm
draw
trying
real straight. That's
to.
fine because we're going to make a straight line anyway. That's fine.
Oh, okay, because if you can see this, it's really quite wobbly. I
That's
don't
fine.
think I was real straight.
That'll work.
The pattern's straight, but I'm not nervous. I just
No,
don't.
that's okay. What we're going to do, we're going to cut this piece out now.
Okay.
And I'll get my glass cutter.
Oh, look at the close-up. Way to
Well, that's
go.
cool.
That's Bruce Runyon. Thanks, Bruce.
So we're going to have a close-up here. We're going to, and what I try to do is cut inside the white line
Okay.
so we don't have white on our red.
Okay.
If I do, I usually grind it out so you don't
Was
see
that a
white.
permanent marker? I mean, if I made a
this-
mistake, I could have washed that off.
Not
couldn't I?
this,
Oh, really?
but that's all right.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to make a mistake.
No.
Nah. So we'll go ahead and cut this. And we'll take and go right along here, and we'll take these snappers. You can see there's a little
Okay, you want to keep that. There you
There's
go.
a
Hold
little
it still,
raised
Bob,
line
because
right
they're
in
trying
here,
to get when the camera's
which-
trying to get that. There you go.
breaks your glass.
Oh, it just
There.
breaks that
It's
easily.
that easy, and then we'll go along the line here, and we'll go up.
So that straightens out the line.
Sure.
What
Well,
if I
you're-
want it to be real curvy? Could that
You could do
tool
that
do
too.
that?
Yep.
And what is this tool called?
This is your breakers.
No, I
This-
was talking about the glass cutter.
This is the glass cutter.
Oh, it's just called
yeah,
a glass
this
cutter.
glass cutter has oil in it. It's lubricated by oil.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, it's lubricated by oil. I put cotton in here.
Oh, so there's not too much friction, maybe, huh?
No, if you don't put cotton in here, you lay it down, the oil will leak out through this this joint.
Do they tell you to do that, or did you figure that out
Well,
yourself?
my instructor told me, gave me that hint.
Oh, good. Oh, so
And,
you've actually taken classes?
I've taken several classes, yes.
All
yeah,
right.
several classes.
Well, it's nice to know that people can take classes.
I
and
suggest
stuff.
you do take classes.
Okay.
I suggest anybody that does it takes class.
So this
At
show
least-
might not-
At least the beginner and the intermediate class, take them,
And which have you had?
both.
All right. Have you had advanced?
Yes.
Oh, good.
And then we're going to break this.
Ooh,
Break it
boy.
right here.
Does it ever split the wrong way?
Oh yeah. You know, this is not a perfect thing. Everybody's going to make mistakes
Yeah.
sooner or later.
Because when you clamp down on that, I can just picture everything
Yeah,
shattering.
and you have to get over that, because otherwise you're going to be scared to death to do
Yeah,
anything.
it kind of gives me a little twinge
So
when I do that.
You have to worry about it. So.
Now, Bob, what are you going to do with these leftover pieces you have here?
The smaller ones I throw away.
Really?
Well, there's not really much I can do with them.
You can't melt them down?
No. But the bigger ones, see, all of this you're seeing right here that I'm making out of, all of this stuff was made out of scrap glass.
Really?
Yeah. It's made out of
So
the
you do
glass that I
larger
had
things.
left over, that I do larger things, and the glass that's left over, that's what
Okay.
I use for these.
Towards the end of the show, could we get out some of your larger pieces?
Sure.
All right.
Get them out. Now we'll break that one.
Oh, that does
Break
just
this.
make me cringe.
Break this.
Now, how deep is that scoring?
Uh,
Scoring that glass?
just making a little teeny cut. I
Little
don't know how
teeny.
deep it, but it's just enough to a little score is all you need. And the
Okay.
same with the window glasses. All you do is make a little score and then breaking it.
Just breaks it.
Now what we're going to do, you see I have these cut out already, and there's
Uh-huh.
already been ground. You can see the difference between, I don't know whether you can get in on this or not.
Yeah, we have two cameras on. I don't know which to. Oh, I don't know if they could get a close-up on that.
Well,
I can see it,
One
though.
of them takes the edge off
Yeah.
the glass.
One is
and if you
filed
don't,
down.
it's very sharp. So we have to be very careful in this
So we're
one.
skipping the next step then, actually.
I don't have the grinder.
Okay, there is a step. After you get the pattern, you get the glass, you then score it, then you, what did you call this tool?
This is a breaker. This is just a breaker. We
So
break the glass.
then you get the breaker, and then you would get the grinder, and it's
Yeah,
it's
just
real
take the edge
important
off.
that you take the edge off.
Yeah,
this
because
stuff.
you're going to be working with this glass with your fingers and
touch
thumbs.
this?
Sure.
Oh yeah, this could definitely cut a person.
So we'll have to be careful with that.
Oh yeah, but now this has all, you filed this at home. He did a lot of prep work,
Right.
and
you can see that
this
they're
has
not
that
very
wispy
sharp.
stuff in it.
Mhm.
It's interesting you chose a clear glass for this and wispy for this.
You can do whatever you want.
So you combine different
Sure,
glasses.
you just want to make sure that the grain goes the way you want to go. See, we're using this kind of a glass, and as you can see, the grain is going with the leaf.
I see that.
We don't want the grain to go this way.
Yeah. So did your teacher teach you that, or is a lot of this just artistic?
Well, this is all taught to you in the
Ability.
classes.
Oh, okay.
All taught to you in the classes. And this,
Okay.
the grain is going this way, and that's what we want. So what we're going to do next, we're going to put lead around them like I did these leaves.
Okay.
And in order to use lead, you have to stretch lead.
Okay. Are you ready to
And
stretch
we
some
stretch
lead?
lead because if you do not stretch lead, after a period of time, they'll fall right off your glass.
Oh.
So you stretch it to take the tautness out,
Okay.
and then we'll go ahead and use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a pair of,
Are these just regular pliers?
those are regular
Oh,
pliers.
good.
And at
Our
home I
first-
have a clamp on my workbench.
Oh, okay.
I put it in there, and then I get on the other end and,
So you don't
and
need a
tug
partner.
it. So I'm
Okay.
going to give, if you forgive me, I'm going to give you one end of this.
Okay.
I want you to hold it tight.
Sure, I can do
You
that.
got to hold it real tight.
I got
I'm
it.
gonna go over
now
here.
you're not going to fall over backwards if I.
Okay, all right. I want you to face me straight,
Okay.
and we'll get this in. Now I want you just to tug real hard. I'm gonna-
Okay.
Now you can feel it stretch if you tug.
Yeah.
Come on, tug.
I'm tugging. This is as hard as I can tug. Bob, you didn't tell me that I was going to have to do this now. You know I would have gone to the gym and worked out.
we're
Is
gonna
that good enough?
That's all right.
You
That'll
sure?
work. That'll work.
So if it's not stretched, you said the pieces will fall
Eventually,
out
they'll fall
inside?
right off of your glass.
Okay.
That's correct. So we're
Now-
going to cut it. We're going to cut this end off that we use for the pliers because this has been
Okay.
bent. So we're going to cut that off. These are
Now-
regular lead cutters. All this is.
So another specialized tool. Then so far
Exactly.
we've used 3 specialized tools.
Right.
We need to stop and review the
Okay.
lead cutter, the glass cutter, and the
breakers.
breaker. Okay, so 3
And regular
specialized.
pliers to do your.
Yeah,
your
it's
lead.
nice to know we can use
Sure.
a few things around the house.
So what we're going to do, you can see this is lead. You're going to get lead on your hands.
Yeah.
After you get finished wrapping all these, you need to wash your hands.
All
Don't
right.
put your hands to your mouth because this is
Ooh.
lead.
Yeah. Do you know?
Don't eat, don't drink or anything while you have this on your hands.
Okay.
Okay?
So I'll have a little drink here before we start this.
Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this piece here. And we'll see
Okay.
whether you can do this one.
All right.
Now, when I wrap this, we're going to have to solder the end so it'll stay on. I have a soldering iron.
Okay.
This is my soldering iron. I plugged it in. It's ready to go. It's hot. You don't touch anything but this end. You
All
touch
right.
this, you're going to get burned.
And is this a special?
That's another one of
So-
the piece of equipment you have to have or you can't do stained
Yeah.
glass.
About how much money did it cost you? And this even looks special.
This?
Uh-huh.
Now this is nothing but a piece of scrap wallboard.
Okay.
That's all that is.
So
Costs
about how much initial investment did you have in this before you produced your first piece? Not counting the
Several
class.
$100s.
Woo, okay. And also age group. This is a family show. We like
You
families
can
do
do,
things together.
I had in one of my class, I had a young lady who was in grade school that they taught a class in grade school in Tacoma. She came and took the intermediate class and did very well. She did some of these too. She did
But
very
was she
well.
at least 10 or 11?
Oh yeah.
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 I can't see a first grader do it.
No, I would say 10, 11, 12. But she
Yeah.
did very good. Very good.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to clean the point. We want to make sure the point is clean. There's nothing on there but nice and silvery. And to make sure we do that, we're going to take this. This is nothing but a tip cleaner
Okay.
to clean this tip to make sure it's nice and shiny and smooth. Otherwise, you won't be able to pick the solder up and put it on the lead. It'll just
Okay.
drop off. I'm
So
gonna-
what's in that tip cleaner?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Don't know. Sorry.
Okay.
But we're going to take this, we're going to clean this tip, and we want another piece of equipment. There's a fume trap.
All right.
Anytime you're soldering, you want to make sure you have a fume trap. It takes all of your,
No, we don't want to breathe that lead.
you don't want to breathe the solder nor the lead. So we're going to get this nice and clean. And you see how shiny it is? That's what we want. So we'll have that ready.
Someone has a beautiful close-up on the television. Nice shot.
This is flux.
Pretty. Okay.
In order to have solder stick to glass, to stick to lead, you have to flux it and then put the solder on.
Oh,
Otherwise,
man.
it will not stick to it.
Okay. Do we need to review all this? I hope everybody's getting this at home.
Yeah,
You
it's-
better be taping
As I
this.
said, I
or-
suggest you take classes
yes.
to do it.
This is really moving along here. Okay, so we've stretched our lead.
We
cut
stretched our
the lead.
lead.
We stretched the
our
lead.
We've got our
We've-
soldering iron
And we
ready.
cleaned the
It's
tip
clean.
of the soldering iron,
have
and we
our-
have our fume.
We have
shebang
our fume
ready.
going. We have our flux, and we have our 60-40 solder.
Now, does this come in different grades, the solder?
Comes in different grades. I use 60-40. It's a little. You can use it a little bit. It's a little bit easier to use.
Is that a little thicker or
It's
just
a little
more-
thinner, matter of
Oh,
fact.
thinner,
50-50
okay.
is a thicker one. I use
Okay.
just the two. Now, one important thing, you do not want to go to a regular Fred Meyer or whomever and get this. It may be
okay.
cheaper there, but it has impurities in it. So you want to go to a regular a glass store
Okay.
and get this, and this is the only thing you want to use.
Okay.
You don't want impurities in it. So we're going to wrap this. We're going to wrap it, and we're going to start at this end. We're going to cut this off. It's got a little, that's where we had a, we're going to wrap it here.
And now, is there a little bit of an edge on that?
There is an edge on it. That's
And
why
that
I'm being
fits
very
right in there.
careful.
So is all this stained glass, you said that there's, a couple hundred types of glasses, but is it all the same thickness?
Yes, usually there is some
Okay.
that come as a little bit thick, and it's really it's a problem sometimes.
But it is
most of it is
standardized, pretty
standardized.
much.
And the lead that we're using is called RU100. It's a very thin lead. It's very pliable, easy to use, and we have thicker for other
Okay.
projects. But we want to
And
make
you
sure.
said, again, this is 60-40.
Right,
Now hold
solder.
it still. One of the cameras has got a
Okay.
good shot there.
What we want to do is we're wrapping this and make sure it's nice and tight.
Okay, can you even hold it still, but hold it at a little bit of angle so they can see what you're doing? There you
We're
go.
making it nice and
Good
tight.
shot.
We're going to go around the corners. Make sure it's in the groove.
I can
lead,
hear it. Is
This,
that what I'm hearing?
this
That's
lead is
just-
grooved,
Okay.
so it goes in the groove. And we're going to go down the other side.
That's why I asked if the thickness was standardized, because
Usually is,
the
yes.
groove is a certain width.
And we'll go down this side.
Okay.
Make sure it's nice and tight. Then what we'll do is cut this off right here. This aside. Sure everything's nice and tight. Take our little brush, put a little flux on it. Remember, solder will not stick to lead without flux on it. So we're going to put some flux on this. Right like this. Take a little piece of solder, dab it right on there,
And that's going to hold that for years?
and that'll hold it.
Wow.
We'll dab it on the other side, and that's all there is to that. We'll set this aside. And we'll do the same to the other.
Okay.
You want to do this?
Sure, I can
Okay.
do that. Now,
Okay, what
this
we'll
is
do
the
is
one that wasn't ground though.
This is the one that's ground.
Oh, that is the one that's
Yeah,
ground.
I did the one it wasn't.
Oh, thanks.
So
Okay.
you want to start at this end, make sure this
Okay.
is nicely even there.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
and you put it in the groove. Now, I've never done this in my life.
There you go.
Can
Just
this
follow
glass
around.
break in my hands?
No, it won't break in your hands. There you go.
Well, it's, you know, actually, you made it look easier. It's kind of hard to hang on to all this. Do you ever do it with two people doing the same one?
No. You gotta get used to
Just
doing
one
it with
coordinated person, huh? Okay,
There
we're
you go.
turning
You're
the
doing very
corner.
well. Just hopefully you have enough lead to go down the other side. If we're not, we're going to have to get
No,
another
we
piece
do.
of lead. Okay.
We do. But
That's good. That's perfect.
I'm
yeah.
not hearing it snap, though.
There,
It's not snapping.
you're okay.
I'm
Just
okay?
There, see? It's snapping. See? Fitting right in there.
Okay, now I got to
Okay.
put that flux, was
Well,
it?
now
What-
we'll have to cut this end off.
Oh, got to cut that.
We'll make sure it's nice and tight.
Did
See
we
how
stretch
this is
it enough?
loose?
Yeah.
That's
see?
okay. We'll fix that. I'll show you how to fix that.
Okay. You don't want it baggy. You want it
No,
really
we want,
tight.
but we'll fix that even better. We'll fix that even better, and I'll show you how.
Okay.
You want to cut this off.
You can take it from here if you
Okay,
want.
we'll cut this off.
Okay, now hold. Go slow here. The cameras are following you.
We'll take a little bit of flux, put it on the end. Take a little bit of solder. Just dab it on. Take it around. Dab it on this side. Dab it on this side. You
You
gotta
made
watch
this look
yourself
so
because it's
easy.
feel this how hot it is.
Okay, no.
Just feel top. Just,
Okay, I believe you. Ow!
You've got to watch yourself.
It didn't hurt.
Yeah, but
I was
it does.
faking
It gets very hot if
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
watch yourself. Now we're going to do the leaves. And
You know, we
guess
only
what?
have about 5 more minutes.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Well, we're going to have to come back then, won't we?
Okay.
The leaves are done the same way. Let me get this piece of.
Okay.
We'll do this real quick.
This
I'll
is
do 'em-
baggy. I
this-
can see through this.
I'll take care of that.
All right.
We're going to do a leaf real quick.
Now, was that harder to cut because it's not straight and it's got
No.
curves? It's curvaceous?
No, it's not.
No?
Hard. It's not hard.
Okay.
I was going to let you do. We can. I brought some glass for you to do.
No, I'm going to just watch you because we only have 5 minutes. Are there books if the kids go to the public library, if parents want to go to the public library?
There are books in glass places that they have for beginners.
What about the public library?
Public, I don't know. I've never been there. I imagine they do.
Okay.
They have everything else. We're going to make a little pointed leaf on this, so we're going to
Okay.
reverse these. We're going to make it this way.
Oh, there you go.
Cut that off. Whoops.
Now, how long would it take you to make this candle?
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Do you know, it'd be fun as if we did just assemble one sometime. Just come with all the pieces.
I can do that.
How about the angel? How long did it take for you to
That
do
takes
this
about the
angel?
same. I can
That's
come with all the
beautiful.
pieces. I can come with all the pieces leaded and everything, and we can assemble
Okay.
that. But that's how you make your leaf.
That was easy.
That's a piece.
You're so quick. Now, how?
What we'll do, you have to put lead around these.
Okay.
We'll solder these
Oh,
together.
is that the platform?
That's the platform.
All right. Is that what you would call it, or
Right, base,
base?
platform.
Okay.
And we'll put them on like this.
And what's going to make them stand up like that?
Well, we'll
Tune in again sometime to
gonna
find
have
out.
to because, and that's a very interesting part of it because we're going to make some wire, some beaded wire.
Oh, now
out
is
of
this
this.
what's on the front?
That's what's on the front
right
of
here?
those.
Okay, or on the little girl, little
Exactly.
angel's dress right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's what's on there, and that's what we will do that.
we're gonna do that
Sure.
next time or
Piece
right
of
now.
cake. You can do it right now if you'd like.
Well, why don't you get started? We're down to one minute of show time.
We haven't got time for it.
I told you this show goes fast.
That was very fast. Yes, it
Yeah.
does. Now, for
Wow.
those that are interested in doing larger projects,
Uh-huh.
we have something down here that
Oh yeah,
I've
show
done
the larger pieces.
the larger projects.
This is incredible. Now you hang
This
this
is-
in your window.
This is hung in the front window. I made this for my wife.
Is this then a bigger piece of lead? What is this?
This is a bigger piece. This is called copper foiling.
Copper foil. And what about
This is
in
soldering.
the
This
interior?
is not lead. This is copper. This is copper
So the
foiling.
whole process is a bit different.
Whole process is different.
Are larger pieces usually done with this?
You can do either way.
Okay.
And I'll show you another piece that's lead. done in lead.
All right.
So you can do either one. If you have class, that's why I say you need to take classes to find out which
Okay.
one you like to do the better.
How long were you doing the smaller pieces before you did a larger piece?
I did the larger before I did the smaller.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that surprises
This is
me.
lead. This is done in
Okay.
lead.
So is this more liquid then before you put it on, or is it still a wrap?
No, this is a wrap.
very
except
same lead.
This is
Okay.
except this lead is a lot thicker than what we're using here.
Oh, okay, that's why
Not
it's
as
different.
pliable.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
a little more difficult. Specialized tools for that too?
Same tools you
Same
have right here.
tools.
Yes. Once you buy the tools, you're set. You
Well,
can use
that's
it for
good.
everything. You
It's
can
a
use it
huge
for everything.
investment, but from
Yeah.
then on, it's not quite so expensive.
Yeah, you can use it for everything.
Yeah.
The only thing expense after that would be your glass and your lead.
Okay.
There are things you have to buy periodically, which is flux and your
Yes.
solder. You might want to buy these beads, but other than
Okay.
that,
And these beads were going to be berries on our candle.
those will
is
be
that right?
berries. Yes, correct.
Okay.
And we'll even put little veins in these leaves.
All right. So, you know, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
This is incredible. The whole 28 minutes is gone.
It's passed real quick.
It goes by quickly.
But we need to
So-
put this together and show the audience how easy it is to put together once it's wrapped and soldered. It's
Okay.
very easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you tune in again sometime. You might notice the channel change. We're on a different channel now, channel 29. And we're still on Fridays and Saturdays on a weekly basis. Thank you to Tom Dubuque, who directed this. Thanks to Jeff Evans, who's been running camera and sound simultaneously. Thanks to Bruce Runyon and Bruce Tenney for running cameras. And thank you very much, Bob.
You're welcome.
Beautiful stuff.
Everybody come
Bye-bye.
back.
We the people here decree we've the right to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America. Our founding fathers crossed the seas and built the new world colonies. But King George wouldn't set them free, so they fought a revolution, the American Revolution.